Hello and welcome to 5 Minutes for 4 Weeks, a series in which I live stream myself practicing a piece of music for 5 minutes a day for 6 days a week for 4 weeks, totaling 2 hours of practice time spread across 24 days of practice. The point of this is to show the viewer what is possible and hopefully inspire the viewer to take on tasks perhaps seen as daunting as well. The piece that I want to do today, I'm starting a new piece. This is day one of Down Under by Men at Work. The piece itself came out in 1980. It was on a side B, I believe, of it was on the B side of Key Punch Operator. The piece then came out on their debut album, Business as Usual, in 1981. This is a newer version. This came out 2003, it seems. It has a little bit of the description about the album, so I thought I could read that. Rocketed by the success of two tremendous #1 singles in the catchy form of Who Can It Be Now and Down Under, as well as some high-profile support from an upstart network called MTV, Men at Work found themselves in very heady territory with 1981's Business as Usual, at the toppermost of the poppermost. The winning debut album by a pub-pleasing outfit from Melbourne, Australia, Business as Usual broke the Monkees' 1966 record for the longest stretch at #1 for a debut album, an impressive 15 straight weeks. Business as Usual is anything but the music business as usual. This was the album that took Men at Work from obscurity to the 1982 Best New Artist Grammy, and all these years later, it's still tastier than a Vegemite sandwich, being an allusion to the lyrics from Down Under. So, nice album. I have their second album also, Cargo. And the piece itself, interesting. I wanted to play this piece a while ago because I was learning different instruments before I wanted to practice it for a piece I was writing. I wanted to show the progress of myself fresh, so to speak. I hadn't played the recorder in years. And then I ended up playing one of Bach's gavottes on it. Really, I wanted to play this piece, though technically it's a flute, not a recorder. But I wanted to try it anyway. Issue is, this is the book I'm using. It's a nice book. It's got a lot of nice songs, but it's PVG arrangements rather than note for note. So if you're playing just the piano, this is great. But if you're trying to play the actual line for whatever instrument, this isn't the way to go. Because for instance, it's trying to fill in all the other instruments as well. I'm trying to remember if I use this book for anything else. I'm just reading some of the titles: Africa, Billie Jean, Broken Wings, Can't Fight This Feeling, Don't Dream It's Over, Down Under, Every Rose Has a Thorn, Every Breath You Take, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And just, there are, most requested songs of the 80s. I'm an 80s guy. And so this is a song that I really enjoyed. Even if it's not note for note, it still is enjoyable. And for this, I don't have any other arrangement of Down Under, I believe. So I did not have a note for note. Anyway, my family visited like 2 weeks ago or so. My mom was here. I had her write in the sheet music. Most of it is correct, but there's just a few things she changed for us. And now I do have a note for note for the flute part. So that should make it easier. I'm just looking for something to. Yeah, that works. Way down. So now I have the at least the first 1, 2, 3. Technically, the first 5 measures. The first measure is just percussion. It's kind of like almost a glockenspiel kind of thing. It is a little bit of tone, but after that, when the do 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 part comes in, that's technically measure 2. So measures 2, 3. Technically, it's measures 2, and then 4 and 5 are the flute part. So I want to play those. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. I'm not that great a recorder. So if I can do more, great. If not, that's fine. But that's the plan for the next 24 days, is to get through as much of the introduction through measures 2, 4, and 5 as I can. There's something funny about the piece. There's a traditional wedding song sung at Jewish weddings called Asher Bara. And a number of years ago, I heard it to the tune of this piece, Asher Bara Sasom V'Simcha, and I was just thinking, like, whoever it was, who wrote it, totally ripped off Men at Work. And I kind of felt funny about it. And then I learned that Men at Work ripped off Kookaburra, that the song Kookaburra sits in the wild, what is it? Kookaburra sits on the old gum tree, Merry, Merry King of the bushes. So there was a whole lawsuit about that. So it's just like, yeah, even though there's some obscurity and sadness involved with that court case, the fact that Men at Work, when they did it, it wasn't entirely original. It's the fact that, yes, Pimento is his name, I think, Pimento, when he used it for Usha Bara, it didn't bother me as much. So that's a little bit of background. It's just a fun piece. So that's finally getting around to it. So thank you, Mom, for not helping, for doing it, figuring out the sheet music for me. All right, that was a long introduction. I got my timer ready. It's 5 minutes. In case anyone is new, in case anyone watches only day 1, I recommend you watch day 24 of my last piece. Sister Golden Hair was probably one of my better, if not best, day 24s yet. I'm really proud about that, so I recommend you check that out if you haven't yet. And then the schedule is Sunday through Friday, 7:40 a.m. Eastern time. Usually this Friday, for instance, I might do it early. I'm not sure. We got to figure that out. Anyway, let's get started. Timer is going. All right. Starts on an F, and the key signature is F, C major, or A minor. I'm blanking for a moment. Or is it a T? Yeah, I'm blanking. Wow. All right, whatever. But we got an F sharp. Because the first one would be circle of fifth. Key. Okay, C is nothing. G is the F. That's it. D. So it's D major or B minor. That's it. There we go. Okay. F. Which F is it? That one. Okay, so that's half covered. Oh boy. Let's just play it like a measure octave lower. All right, whatever. So this is open. This has to be like half covered or something. Let me play 2 notes, see how it sounds one after the other. F, E, D, and this F, it's not F, it's F sharp. It's also half covered. So it's this. All right, it's 3 on the bottom. It's this. And then 5 in a row. Yeah. F, E, D, F, E, D, B, F, E, D, and then it's just this. So F sharp. So it's 3, and then this, and then it switches to this. Right? And then just that. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I think that sounds right because that's a full step higher. I think D to E. So I think that's it. Yeah. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. 30 seconds left. Let me just keep practicing that. Okay, so it's Three Blind Mice. What is the sheet music for that? Not the sheet music. What is the what is the not chord progression? What is the progression of that? Because I'm supposed to be playing it's F sharp to E to B. That's major that we just. I'm just checking because if it is major second down, then I'm playing it correctly. My dun dun. Yeah. E, D, C. Okay, good. So I did play that correctly. In the beginning, it was a little bit tricky trying to cover the whole halfway. I wasn't really sure how to do that. My recorder experience is very limited. The reason I had picked Gavotte out of all those Bach pieces was because it did not require covering this back hole halfway. I'm pretty sure I just played it either all covered or all not covered or something. So now I got that that place where I got to cover it halfway, but I was able to figure it out. A minute or two in, I looked at the clock and I was just like, I got another 2 or 3 minutes left, whatever it was. So there was a moment of like, dread's not the right word, but like displeasure. It's happened sometimes. Sometimes I'm playing a piece and it's like, wow, that went fast. And sometimes it's just like, wow, that, it's still going. So that happened a little bit, but then once I started getting the hang of it, it was, I was glad. And I was thinking like, maybe today will end in like a really not advanced spot, and then I can compare that to day 24 and be like, oh, I progressed so much since day one, but I'm glad I actually finished farther along than I was expecting. So the progress is slow in the beginning, but I'm already 3 notes in. Rather than trying to learn anything new with the piece, I just played those 3 notes just to solidify it, and it's 2 major seconds down. So it's just like 3 blind mice. So that I'm playing it correctly, which is nice feedback. The rhythm is not correct yet, but I want to get the notes down and then work on the rhythm. So tomorrow I plan on continuing with measure 2 as the same measure with which I began, and hopefully it should be nice and recognizable in not too long. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining. As I mentioned, the schedule is Sunday through Friday, 7:40 a.m. Eastern time. Friday might be that time. I'm not sure. I can let you know on Friday. Sunday also might be that time. And aside from that, yeah, I can let you know every week the plans, and then if anything changes, I can update you about that as well. Anyway, thank you anyone watching this on replay. Hope to catch you again the rest of the week, the rest of the series. Wishing you all a great week, and until next time and beyond, keep practicing.